Pakistan's nuclear program is a fascinating and controversial topic with roots dating back to the early days of the country's independence. In this video, we'll take a look at the history of Pakistan's nuclear program and how it developed and where it stands today. Keep watching to find out. Hello and Assalamu alaikum everyone. I'm DANIAL Khan and you are watching Good News Pakistan. Welcome to my channel. Today we'll take a look at Pakistan's nuclear program. But before we begin, let me know how you like my content and what all you would want to see from Pakistan. I would also like to thank you all for subscribing to Good News Pakistan and supporting the initiative of spreading positivity. I'm receiving an overwhelming response from India. I'm so happy that you all like my videos. Do subscribe if you haven't already. And now let's get back to today's topic. Pakistan was founded in 1947 following the partition of British India. From the very beginning, Pakistan faced a number of challenges, including a difficult relationship with neighboring India. As a result, the idea of developing a nuclear program began to gain traction in the early 1950s. By the 1960s, Pakistan had established a nuclear research facility with the help of the United States and other Western countries. However, when India tested its first nuclear weapon in 1974, Pakistan felt threatened and began to accelerate its own nuclear program. Throughout the 1980s and 1990s, Pakistan continued to develop its nuclear capabilities despite international sanctions and pressure. In 1998, Pakistan conducted its first nuclear tests, just days after India conducted its own tests. The tests were met with international condemnation and sanctions, but Pakistan's leaders saw them as necessary for the country's security. A single Western seismic measurement for the test suggested the yield was on the order of 40 to 45 kilotons. Many defense experts say that Pakistan did not embark upon this program to achieve a balance of power in the region or to seek equality with India. Pakistan has always wanted to live in peace and harmony with its neighbors. Since then, Pakistan has continued to build up its nuclear arsenal and is now estimated to have between 165 and 175 nuclear warheads, making it the world's sixth largest nuclear power. The exact yields of the weapon in the country's current arsenal are not known, but general estimates are between 5 to 12 kilotons for most weapons, with some longer range ballistic missiles possibly reaching 40 to 50 kilotons. Pakistan is believed to have a stockpile of approximately 160 warheads, making it the sixth largest nuclear arsenal. Pakistan is actively developing nuclear weapons, and experts project that it may have the fifth largest arsenal by 2025 with 220 to 250 warheads. Pakistan's missile arsenal forms an important part of its defense strategy for offsetting the significant conventional military advantages of its main rival, India. Pakistan's arsenal consists primarily of mobile short and medium-range ballistic missiles, but it is also making strides in its cruise missile capability. Pakistan's combined strategic forces allow it to target almost any point in India, and it is now developing more advanced technologies such as multiple independent re-entry vehicles to complicate India's emerging missile defense efforts. But I have a separate episode to discuss Pakistan's missile program. Pakistan's nuclear program has been the subject of much controversy over the years. Critics argue that it has contributed to instability in the region and that the risk of nuclear war between India and Pakistan remains high. However, supporters of Pakistan's nuclear program argue that it has provided a deterrent against Indian aggression and that it has helped to ensure Pakistan's national security. Today, Pakistan's nuclear program remains a key element of the country's national security strategy. While there are ongoing concerns about nuclear proliferation and the risk of nuclear war in the region, Pakistan's leaders continue to maintain that their nuclear program is necessary for the country's survival. Pakistan's nuclear program is a complex and controversial legacy of the country's history. While opinions on the program may differ, it is clear that Pakistan's nuclear capabilities will continue to shape the country's relationship with its neighbors and the world for years to come. And this brings me to the next segment of the video. Did you know that Pakistan's nuclear program was initiated by former Prime Minister Zulfikar Ali Bhutto in the 1970s, who famously said, "If India builds the bomb, we will eat grass or leaves, even go hungry, but we will get one of our own." Did you know that the father of Pakistan's nuclear program, Dr. Abdul Qadir Khan, is known as the father of the Islamic bomb for his role in developing Pakistan's nuclear weapons? Did you know that Pakistan's nuclear weapons are primarily intended to deter India's nuclear threat, and that Pakistan maintains a first use policy, which means it reserves the right to use nuclear weapons first in the event of a conflict? Did you know that Pakistan is not a signatory to the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty and has faced criticism from the international community for its nuclear weapons program, particularly regarding proliferation concerns and nuclear security? Such amazing facts, and this brings me to the end of another episode of Good News Pakistan. If you like the video, consider subscribing and smash that like button, and also give me your feedback in the comment section below. Until next time, I'm Danial Khan signing off. Goodbye.